Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope whether you're listening in Stockport or other parts of the world, whether you're in Stockport or whether you're in Sao Paulo, Brazil, or Somalia. Welcome. Today I am going to report on week 9 of the Premier of my County Corner, Chris Gibson County Corner. Today I'm going to talk about the Hatters' second home leg in the League 2 playoff semi-final, in which it was tense all the way through. The Hatters' playoff adventure continued with a dramatic win on penalties at a sold-out Edgeley Park against Salford. They will face Carlisle at Wembley in 8 days for the last remaining League 2 promotion spot after Antoni Savicevic converted the decisive kick from 12 yards earlier. County trailing by 1 goal following the first leg at M7 had levelled thanks to a glancing Tanto Olofe's header midway through the second half that sent the tie into extra time. Deflected effort gave the visitors the advantage with fewer than 10 minutes left, only for Jack Stretton promptly to net a second for the Hatters and require matters to be settled from the spot. The Hatters took to the field on a glorious sunny Saturday lunchtime following 4 changes from the starting lineup at Moor Lane 7 days earlier. Captain Paddy Madden returned together with Joe Lewis, Olofe and Ryan Rodell, replacing Neil Byrne, Ryan Crosdale, Miles Hippolyte and Jack Stretton, all for whom were named among the substitutes. Joining them on the bench were Will Collor and Sarcevic. Following their respective injuries, Salford, with an unchanged side from the first leg, created the inaugural chance of the contest with 3 minutes on the clock. Matt Smith, whose headed goal had proved the difference between the two teams the previous weekend, connected with a cross from the left by skipper Iboe Toure, but on this occasion nodded his effort into the arms of Ben Hinchliffe. Hinchliffe then saved a shot from the edge of the box by Kenan McElhaney before catching a header from Callum Hendry, again following a Toure delivery on the left, keeping out with his feet. Another Smith attempt and springing up on his line to hold Steve Mellon's swirling effort from distance. As the Amis continued their bright start, the midpoint of the first half had just passed when the Hatters fashioned an opportunity as Ryan crossed from the left for Olofe to head beyond the near post, and shortly after the half hour, Ryan Rydell sent over another delivery that Madden nodded past the far upright. A third headed effort wide, consequent upon a cross from the left, courtesy of a Kyle Noyle and Chris Hussey, respectively, preceded another collection of 3 as Olofe followed Fraser Horsfall and Callum count into the referee's toner's notebook. Ahead of the interval, 5 minutes of added time saw County earn 3 corners, from the second of those swung in by Hussey. On the right, Madden went closest of all to levelling the score on aggregate before the break as he headed against the underside of the crossbar. Half time, County 0, Salford 0. Within 30 seconds of the resumption, the visitors almost doubled their overall 1 goal advantage after Luke Bolton was played through only to be denied by the legs of Hinchliffe, and County's number 1 came to the rescue, and again a minute later when he dived to smother a low shot from McElhaney. Madden volleyed high and wide from the D prior to a triple substitution that saw Collar, Crosdale and Salsevich introduced. Just after the hour mark, and roared on by the county faithful, the Hatters pressed to get themselves on level terms for the tie, forcing visited goalkeeper Alex Kearns to save on the line after a Lofe had headed on Noyle's cross from the left by line. With 22 minutes left of the second half remaining, they and Alofe achieved just that as the striker met Rydell's cross from the left to head into the far top corner of the net, and EP duly erupted into a cacophony of blue and white noise. The momentum continued largely to be with County for the remainder of normal time, with Madden going closest following a deft flick that narrowly cleared the bar, although as 6 minutes were added, Bolton produced a lung-bursting run down the right from his own half that required Hinchliffe to be alert and block in front of the near post before Sarcevic cleared the ball from the line. Full time, County 0, Salford 0 on aggregate. The first period of extra time saw both keepers in action early on, with Hinchliffe saving once more from the dangerous Bolton and Cairns scrambling behind Orion Rydell delivery from the left, and Hussey executed a spectacular goal line clearance, hooking away substitute Louis Barry's lofted effort from the net from the left. Final 15 minutes of play were to produce drama as 2 goals, as Mallon's shot from distance took a deflection off Horsfall to soaring past Hinchliffe and into the top right-hand corner of the net, and then 90 seconds later headed home from close range after Heppolite's throwing from the left had been flicked on by Horsfall and Sarcevic, but then with the balance of the tie ultimately were required. The shootout at the railway end saw Matthew Dunn blaze over and Hinchliffe save from both Adrian Mariappa and Nalan, and although Cairns kept out Crosdale spot kick, Madden, Collar and Sarcevic finally put them away to take County to Wembley. Penalties: County, Madden, Collar and Sarcevic. Salford won by Barry. Thanks for listening, everybody. It's I will next week return. Hopefully, County will be in the will be promoted to the League One next season. Hope to see you next week for the final game of the season. Hopefully, with County going up.
Up the county.
Up the county.